All right, bring us back.
Welcome back, guys. We're here. We're here with audio even. I am Beyond Sadistic. With me today is Dr. Leo. We are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord, and this is our Saturday weekly challenge with Phil Bleckman from Eternal Durdles.
Yeah,
Doc, how you doing?
I'm doing great, dude. Like, I'm really happy that this is finally happening. So, coming from the Eternal Durdles podcast from 90s MTG, this guy is well known throughout the entire Legacy community for everything that he does. And so, we are so happy to have him here with us in the on our stream, being featured in our tournament.
Yeah, I agree. I'm honestly a little starstruck. Phil, I listen to him every week on Eternal Durdles. I watch him commentate on 90s MTG. The guy's a machine. And what he brought today is literally bug
Oh,
machine.
oh,
Tell me
I
about it,
love
Doc.
this. I love everything about this deck. So the powerful Hogak shell that has been kind of perfected from modern and now into legacy. That you can combo kill your opponent from out of nowhere. He's taken that out and he's instead put in Lazav the Multifarious and Phyrexian Dreadnought into the list. And
But
this does oh
does he have Stifle?
so he doesn't have Stifle. He has four Stifle in his sideboard, and I think that's for matches when there's not going to be any Force of Will that he has to be worried about, or something like that, where a really fast Phyrexian Dreadnought can just be not really be beaten. I mean, you look at a match like Death and Taxes, or even right now where he's playing against Yarok on Mono Red Prison.
Right. And Phil is up against Urok in round one, which Urok brought Mono Red Prison, and this is this is a fantastic Mono Red Prison deck. Sean, four Torch of Defiance, four Heart of Fire, four Simian Spirit Guide, four Bone Crushers, four Mox, four Chalice, four Sorceress. I'm not going to let you do anything. I'm going to cast everything. What are you going to do about it? Red deck.
Yeah, and this is like the type of deck that our the head of the Discord, Rad Hazard, loves to play. He
Yeah.
loves these super fast Blood Moon decks, stick a Blood Moon or Trinisphere on turn one, and just watches these blue decks fizzle. So both of these decks are built to capitalize on blue mid range decks. So it's gonna be really interesting to see who comes out on top here.
Yeah, I completely agree. Looks like Phil is going to be keeping seven. Urok's going to be keeping six, and Phil's going to be on the play. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've got chills. This is going to be
Oh yeah,
amazing.
this is great, dude, to see. And I've gotten the chance to talk with Phil over the last week, and super awesome dude. We share a love of Cabal therapy, and honestly, just seeing him on our stream is like pretty wild. So I'm really happy that this is happening. So
Yeah,
big shout outs to the Eternal Dirtles podcast. You can find
yeah,
them everywhere you can find podcasts, SoundCloud. I listen to them on Apple,
yep. I'm the
and
same.
then yeah, and then I also just love of his other work, which is 90s MTG. So you can check them out on Twitch. It's
Right.
twitch.tv/90s MTG, and they are great. And we are starting off. So Phil leading off with a Verdant Catacomb into
Yep.
that is a
That is a
beautiful
beautiful.
altered.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
my
there's a Stitcher.
god.
It's
Oh
time to
yeah.
mill, baby.
Oh yeah. And this is the type of start you really want in the Hogak deck. Citrus Supplier is like one of your best starts. Oh,
And
and there's
a
the
stinkweed
Dreadnought.
and a dreadnought. If I was his opponent, if I was Urok right now, I'd be going, wait, is that a dreadnought and a imp? What?
Yeah, as soon as I see
Yeah.
that dreadnought, I'd be like, "Oh shit, there's gonna be some sort of wild stuff."
All right.
So
Urok's going to
Phyrexian
lead off with
Dreadnought
a two.
goes okay. So Phyrexian Dreadnought is a 1 mana 12/12 with trample, but when it enters the
Mm-hmm.
battlefield, you have to sacrifice creatures equal to 12 power in order to keep it onto the field. But
Right.
what's unique using Lazad Multifarious, which is a blue-black creature that says it's a 1/1 or a 1/2. So
Mm.
that says when it enters the battlefield, you surveil two, and then you can pay X, and it becomes a copy of target creature in your
Right.
graveyard, which X is equal to its CMC. So you can attack it with the
Right.
Lazav Multifarious, and then all of a sudden you're slamming in, and for 1 mana, you're slamming in as a 12/12 with trample.
Right. Which is huge. That and a lot of times, cast Hogak, cast a Phyrexian Dreadnought. You're sacrificing a Hogak is perfectly fine to that, just
Oh
because
yeah,
you're able to easily just recast your Hogak with how fast it's going to fill the graveyard. When
Oh yeah.
looks like with Urok's Chalice on one, Phil's going
Oh,
to answer with
okay, we
Lazav
got it.
right there.
Lazav. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's Surveil 1. Surveil 1, that's
Yep,
what it
and
is.
he's going to leave him. He's going to leave that on top, so
Yeah,
and get in
and
there.
Yark, yeah, Yark needs an answer to this Lazav now.
Yeah, just I would certainly hope he sees that. Otherwise, he's gonna be a pretty painful unless he's got an ensnaring bridge in hand. That might shut him down.
Yeah, and I really think that I like even most of the prison effects. So there are three ensnaring bridge right in this deck. So because of that, like even if he slams like a Trinisphere or a Blood Moon right now, Phil
Right.
doesn't even care
It's
about it.
no, it's too late. Yeah, it's pretty much it's pretty much ensnaring bridge or bust, I would think. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
firing confluence, or he could fiery con. Well, he doesn't have enough mana.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna
Fiery
be
Confluence and Bone Crusher Giant. The
yeah,
thing is with Bone Crusher Giant, he can do this at instant speed.
right.
Hey, so he has to Bone Crusher it now. He has this one chance to interact, and that's it.
Oh, or he'll
Oh,
just say
oh,
Lazav can't
Sorceress.
function.
My God. Ooh, that is, I forgot about that one in the deck.
It looks like Phil's hands all lands, one of which can attack.
Dryad Arbor. That's a Dryad Arbor, Underground Sea, Bayou, and what's the one on the far left?
Undiscovered Paradise.
Oh, Undiscovered Paradise. Oh, that is to interact with the Hedron Crab in the deck.
Hmm. So it looks like he's going to get in for two.
Yeah, he's just slamming in at this point because there's no other threats on the board. You just got to push damage while you can, and you're also counting on two Ancient Tomb damage.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
until
So yeah. Well,
yep,
that was a pretty clutch play right there. That did allow him to get some breathing room. That's for sure.
yeah, definitely. It's gonna keep him alive for another turn at least because as I mean, Lazov turning into a 12-12 makes the clock very short.
Right. Absolutely. So it looks like what's Europe gonna do? What even what's a follow play? Simian Spirit Guide, so four. So he's gonna lose
Four
two.
mana.
And there's the Fiery Confluence to get rid of.
Yep, there's the Fiery Confluence to sweep the board. So this does also kill the Dryad Arbor, but importantly, it
He
does
gets
activate the Stitcher Supplier.
correct, so he'll get the mill off that.
Yeah. Milk
Or
Trigger. Oh, hold
or
on,
not.
hold on, hold on. We need to stop him. Milk Trigger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
they're just cruising.
Oh. It happens to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. And hold on. Yep. It looks
Well,
like
it
they're
looks like
just.
he.
It looks like he. It
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
they
he
just
got
went
him.
past it. So,
Yeah, just like Ant. Well,
so another
remember.
Lazav, and
Yeah,
he's
we're
gonna
not playing.
play out a Bone Crusher Giant.
Yeah, that's playing it out. Well, Bone Crusher Giant is a 4/3 that also shocks you every single time you target it with anything. So,
Right.
yeah.
But
Uh,
it's also a great attacker too, with especially if you're trying to get through some damage. He's been hurting himself quite a bit off this ancient tomb, so he really needs to start pushing the needle the other direction.
oh yeah.
Chalice trigger. Nice catch,
Yep.
Eric.
Yep. I
Underground
always
scene,
chalice
and
check. I always chalice check if I can.
you should. You absolutely should.
So looks like we
He's gonna
Phil is just needing a way to fuel his graveyard. I think he's just had a
right.
lot of blank draws these in his last couple of turns.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think he's going to be attacking with the Bone Crusher Giant. I really don't Looks like he's just going to take it.
Yeah. At this point, you don't want to trade off your Lazov because if you find any, yeah, but unfortunately, there's
Yeah,
no abrupt decay or anything like that in the main deck in this one.
right. Comes out with a Bloodghast. Hardcast Bloodghast.
Oh yeah, can't block unfortunately, but it does have haste now.
Yep, which is true. Which I don't think he attacked with him, though.
I don't think he did.
No.
Well, it's not oftentimes that you get attacked with it because usually in this deck, Bloodghast is more of a I'm going to sacrifice it and mill myself out.
Right, absolutely. Looks like Yura's
Yeah,
going to attack. That's going to get through. Put Phil to 10.
yeah.
Uh,
But importantly, Yurk has now hit double red, so that opens up things like Torch Defiance or the new
correct.
Chandra. See
Heart
if
of
let's
Fire.
see what he's Heart of Fire,
There's
which has the
Torch.
plus. Yep.
Yep. Which he will probably plus be able to do some more damage to face.
Yeah, that's
Give me a
exactly what I'm
Simian
thinking.
Spirit Guide. Yeah.
And that puts him down to
That'll
8.
yeah, that'll put Phil to 8. So he's probably got a way to close that out in his hand.
He must have because I don't think Phil's gonna get another turn, so he needs some way. He needs some sort of gas of some kind.
He's got a hard
Hard
cast
cast
Avenge Vine.
Vengevin. Ooh,
Yeah,
and this is lethal. This is lethal
it
because
absolutely is.
Vine has haste. He just swings all out and kills. Oh no, Phil, you're missing
Yeah.
lethal here. Oh wait, no, no. Blood gas is a 2-1. Blood gas is 2-1. Duh.
Yep, that's it. So Phil's gonna
Yeah,
take
that's
it.
it. Phil
Yeah,
steals the game.
that was awesome.
That was
So
insane.
that's the power, man. Let's talk about sideboards a little bit. So
Hit me with it.
Phil's got 4 Leyline of the Void, 4 Force of Vigor, 4 Stifle, 2 Mind Break Trap, and 1 Caracas. I see Force of Vigors all day here.
Definitely Force of Vigors. Having a way to pitch away something in your hand and then just get rid of the what's called to get rid of any of the Blood Moon or anything like that type effects.
Yeah.
I would honestly also bring in the Force Stifle. Honestly,
Uh, Probably, especially if he's going to be so heavy on the Sorcerer Spyglass or those types
yeah.
of effects, you then you have a backup to him cutting off your Lazav line.
I agree completely. I think going like pretty hard in the paint and getting a you know 4 stifles, put a dreadnought on on the field on turn 1 or turn 2. Just I think that's gonna be the way to do it. Anything else here? Just the Force of Vigors, and maybe 1 or 2 stifles. I would probably replace the 4 Lazav for the 4 stifle, so we could
No,
just
that
go
might be a
into the
good
stifle
idea.
knot,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then
That's a
uh, bring in 2 or 3 Force of Vigors.
right. We saw very little main deck. Uh, he's running 1 main deck basic. So over to the Mono Red Prison side, he's running 4 Leyline of the Void, 3 Magus of the Moon, 3 Bottled Cloister, 2 Scab Clan Berserkers, 2 Chandra Awakened Infernos, and 1 Sulfur Elemental. So Sulfur Elemental, I can already tell you, is not going to be coming
No, there's no white creatures in this deck at
in.
all.
No, but Magus of the Moon, I could see him putting some more pressure there by more blood mooning effects because that would shut off Phil pretty hard.
I think that's a good way to go as well.
Yeah, especially you saw really no removal out of Phil, so Magus of
Yeah,
the
no,
Moon is
there's
probably going to stick. Yeah, ley
yeah.
lines maybe. I could see him bringing in the ley lines just as a straight
I
graveyard
could
hate, but
I
he
could see bringing in ley lines. Yeah,
yeah. Um, Chandra Awakened Inferno is a great card, but I really don't think that's where you want to be putting your 6 mana with against this matchup.
yeah.
Um,
No, that's for the control matchup. That is for the matchup where the uncounterable side of it is the important side of it. You just slam that tick up, tick up, tick up, and kill your control opponent.
yeah, absolutely. And I can't imagine a Scab Clan Berserker either. The last thing you want to be doing is
No, that's
playing one,
storm.
running into a Stitcher Supplier just to mill him even more. That just sounds like a bad day.
Yeah, no, that's
Bottled
that's
Cloister
definitely the
though.
storm matchup.
Bottled Cloister.
Ah. afraid are you getting your hand ripped apart by Cabal Therapy? Is the answer with that?
Well, and granted, we didn't see one, but he should know, or I would think Yurok would know that Phil is on Cabal Therapy. That's that's a hot way to ditch a veteran explorer, a stitcher supplier, any one drop that you did your job, you entered the battlefield. It's time to say bye,
Mm,
and Cabal
yeah.
Therapy is that.
Well, what's the CMC on again on Bottle Cloister?
4.
Yeah, it's 4 mana. By that time, you've already had your hand ripped apart with Cabal Therapy. Bring in protection against hand attack. I
Mm-hmm.
think the Bottle Cloister is more for the match where you have to make sure your hand gets down to 0.
Yeah, I agree with
Oh,
that.
like in order for like ensnaring bridge or something like that. This
Right.
could be the match with like the traditional Hogak list because the
Mm-hmm.
traditional Hogak list does go very wide. It does attack with a lot of bodies, and if you have a hand of 0 with an ensnaring bridge, they can't get behind that, and they have to go for the combo win, and that gives you time. I don't really
Right.
think it's for this matchup when you're because as for somebody who jams Cabal Therapy all the time, unless you have the what's it called the ley line of sanctity, the ley line of
Right.
sanctity. I'm gonna rip your hand apart by turn 1, turn 2, especially if the match actually it depends on it. I will mulligan
Mm-hmm.
hard for that Cabal Therapy.
Right.
Yeah. In the matches that's more like you have time to dirtle and stuff like that, I'll even cut 1 or 2 Cabal Therapy because I also have Village Rights now, which is the next best sack outlet in the game.
You know, the I'll be honest, Nick fits in a great position right now for those people that for like that type of style. Granted, Rug Delver is just a beast to contend with, but
I
yeah.
don't. Rug Delver, it has its matchup. It's another Oko deck, so it's the same thing
Mm-hmm.
that we do for all other Oko decks. We slam a Questing Beast as hard and fast as we can, and just
Yep.
ride that to victory.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like Yurek's going to keep. Phil's going to mulligan, and they're going to rock. Phil's keeping 6 Mountain Chrome Mox.
Okay, we're seeing a Chromok start,
There
so
goes a
this
Chandra,
is 2 mana on turn 1.
and there's a Sorcerer Spyglass.
Ooh, there's the Sorcerer Spyglass. Yep. Let's see if he
What's
kept
Phil
the
got to play
Lazavs.
with? Nope. Lazav's right there. Bloodghast, Careful Study,
Yeah,
and
Bloodghast,
some
Careful
land.
Study. So I wonder if
Yeah.
they just named the Miser's fetch land just to get him.
He
Oh,
did name
unfortunate.
Lazav. Yep. So he's going to lead off with a polluted Delta. Probably get an Underground Sea. Yep.
Yeah,
And
most likely
that's a
underground.
that's a smoking hot Underground Sea too. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that is a beautiful altar. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god. So Phil did give me some insight into the deck and a couple of different talking points about it. And one of the things they talked
Sure.
about was uh, the other powerful part about Phyrexian Dreadnought is it is a 1 mana trigger for the count for Vengevine to bring back Vengevine.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sack your board. It is an or trigger. So that means that you
Right.
could just bury it. And it sort of does like the same thing that the decks that were running Ornithopter and Modern were doing.
Okay.
Where, oh, and yeah, we see Vengevine and Bloodghast pitch to the Careful Study.
Which is good. Good plan.
Oh, oh, that always feels good.
I agree.
Uh, yeah, when
I
you
have a
have that
feeling there's going to
perfect.
be.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I was gonna say when you have that perfect like red black reanimator faithless looting, you
Mm-hmm.
draw like the dark ritual and then the or the reanimate spell and the creature to throw into the graveyard at the same time. Oh, that feels
Right.
so good. And it's the same thing with Careful Study.
Right. And it looks like Yurek's going to answer with a City of Traders into a Trinisphere. That's going to
Yeah. Oof.
resolve.
This
So
will slow down the Hogak deck.
it will. But once it gets, because Bloodghast is going to trigger
Hmm.
just from putting the land on the battlefield.
Yeah, that does bring back the Bloodghast.
Mm-hmm.
On did did he not bring back the Bloodghast?
I don't think so. Doesn't look like it
Let's
because
let
it's not a
them know. I don't
cast.
think it's a May trigger.
It looks like Yurek's going to answer with an ensnaring bridge. And he's gonna fetch. And just to let everybody know again, we are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. Thanks for watching with us. We jam Paper
Seriously.
Legacy all day, every day. And this is what we do.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, we have our Legacy Fight Night. Saturdays, we have our weekly challenges. Um, and we just have a great time, honestly. We get,
Yeah, we have a really
1,300
good
people right now.
we have a really active Discord. We have over 1,300 people. We have a really fun community that are always looking for games. Our leagues are also going every single month where you can get a bunch of games in, and
Hmm.
then you fight off in our league championships. We have a really good group of people and a good group of mods that are always trying to come up with new ideas. And one of them was this collaboration with Eternal Dirtles. So I'm really happy that this was able to happen. And,
Right.
bring in some new people.
And it looks like Phil's going to attack with Bloodgast.
Yep. Looks like he did bring it back on end step. So it is a May trigger. So
Okay.
he just chose to not activate it and then bring it back on end step so it could be messed.
And
And we
there's comes
see
Lazav.
Lazav, and he's getting to Surveil. Surveil, I
Yep.
really liked as a mechanic, like honestly, being
Yeah.
able to feel your graveyard as well. I really thought they did Surveil well, and nothing was overly broken from it.
I agree. It gives you selection, but also allows you to fuel a graveyard strategy, which is really what Bug wants to have.
Oh
You
yeah.
want to have that card selection. You want to have that ability to, yeah, I don't need this right now. I'm going to pitch it. There comes a bottled cloister
Oh,
right there with an
we
ensnaring bridge,
cloister.
mind you. So he's
Oh,
going to just remove his hand, and that's it. No more attacks.
and then on his upkeep, he does get to draw an additional card, but that is okay. Yeah, you called it. He brought in the cloister.
Yep. There's the hand. So right now, Phil really needs to. I think is he running altar main deck? He is not running
Uh,
altar main
no,
deck, so
no, no,
he's
no,
does
no.
not have a mill
He's got
plan
the altar
online.
combo,
Hmm. Well,
but
with all that good stuff, you got to be able to, you got to cut something, I guess.
yeah, and I guarantee you he's brought in a force of vigor. So Phil is just probably just drawing to a force of vigor. Now, importantly, there's no pressure on the field. Oh yeah, and Phil realizing that he can't
Yep.
attack his no hand. Yeah, there's no pressure on the field though. Phil has time to
Right.
draw.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely. And he gets to build a huge board state now behind this also.
mhm. Yeah,
So
there's no chalice or anything like that out there, so he can still cast his one drops and fill up his graveyard and just get as big a graveyard as possible. And then when he's
right.
ready, just okay, force of vigor your two sides. Yorick
Yeah,
really needs
absolutely.
to find a threat of some kind, a planeswalker, a big beater, anything like that.
Yeah, he needs to start putting pressure. The the interesting part is he's got to have something big enough to get through the Lazav and at least get it out of the way.
Yeah,
And the Dryad Arbor. Bloodgast
yeah,
really isn't up for blocking these days.
yeah.
He's
And
on
Yorick's
vacation.
not on the yeah. Yorick is not on the Rabble Master version of the deck. But oh, there's a Bone Crusher Giant.
Yep. There's his pressure.
Yeah, but how many cards does he have in hand?
He should have two right now,
Bone
and now
Crusher
he
can't
has
attack
zero.
through. Bottle Cloister.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, so if you're Phil, if you have okay, so there's a really interesting thing that you can do with Bottle Cloister. You can exile their hand permanently. Oh, oh, is that a force of vigor?
Which is what he's doing right now.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Oh,
if
actually, he took the ensnaring bridge and the sorcerer's spyglass, which
oh
is
oh oh oh
which
oh
is
Yarok's at
interesting.
16.
So
Okay,
now this gives
well,
him some breathing room because now he
Phil has
can
12
fill the
12.
graveyard. And
Oh,
there's a
okay.
putrid imp. Oh, yeah. Trinisphere check.
Yep.
He's going to discard Dreadnought.
Oh, excuse
He's
me,
going
I had
to
a little bit of tea go
activate.
down.
He's going to tap, activate Lazav, targeting Phyrexian Dreadnought,
Yep.
which is going to resolve.
Yeah, Yorick can't do anything. Even if he had something like a Fairy Macabre or something like that, his hand's exiled. And now
Yep.
he's got a 12/12 Lazav coming after him.
Yep.
Oh man, this is wild.
Yeah,
He,
this is
it
going
takes it.
to this shuts him off Ancient Tomb because he played an Ancient Tomb after a City of Traders.
Yeah,
So, and he's going to play another, and he's going to scoop it up. So that's going to be it, guys. Phil
yeah.
Bleckman of
Wow.
Eternal Dirtles 90s MTG taking down the win round one. Honestly, this stifled Dreadnought Hogak LaGaakNought deck, it's pretty bonkers. I'm impressed. It does
Love
some
it.
work.
I think this thing is amazing. This deck is so wild because it and not only has that amazing finely tuned engine of the Hogak. I mean, you could just bash in with the 12/12 was off out of nowhere. Wow, that was
Right.
great to see. Hey,
And it
it's
and it was
intense.
just that easy. Just Lazab, hang back, bottle cloister, sure. We'll just wait, pick our time, and attack through, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's
that is
no
one.
massive zombie, nothing like that. It was just straight. I'm gonna hit you with the 12/12.
Yeah, and there's with Mono Red Prison being so taxing on your life total with their mana, um, all it really only takes one good shot to really knock you down.
Oh yeah,
So yeah,
and it's one of those things. Ancient Tomb is a very powerful, double-edged sword. Just how it is.
yeah,
It can accelerate you so fast, but man, can that attack just come out from nowhere and kill you? Saw
right,
when it came to the Vengevine in game one, just that quick, hasty Vengevine knock him right out of the park.
right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. That was great. Hey, so we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back
Hmm.
in just a little bit. And if it's possible, since we got some decent amount of time in round one, I think I'm gonna hit up Phil and see if we can get a quick little interview about his deck.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Again, thanks for hanging out with us on this beautiful Saturday, guys. My name is Beyond Sadistic. This is Dr. Leo. Oh, we are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. This is our Saturday weekly challenge with special guest Phil Bleckman. Um, you can reach us everywhere: MTG Paper Legacy, Twitter, MTGPaperLegacy.com, YouTube, everywhere. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll be right
Yep,
back.
and we'll